Service Learning Experience for OTA 1150. Hello everybody, my name is Bria and this is my Service Learning Experience. I hope you enjoy my presentation and thank you in advance for watching. Alright, 4Paws for Patriots. The service learning site where I was blessed to have volunteered at was 4Paws for Patriots in Temecula, California. At 4Paws for Patriots, they combine their love and respect for American veterans, first responders with care and devotion to saving a shelter dog. Whenever possible, they match an individual with a rescue dog, and they go through an extensive training class together in their program. Their caring and committed training staff are volunteer trainers who teach the individual to train his or her own dog to become a certified ADA, which is the Americans with Disabilities Act, service dog, who will assist them with their needs. Their vision and mission. Veterans of the American military branches are returning home from serving our country. Most come home to a loving family and a bright future. Unfortunately, not all are so lucky. Many return home from deployment broken and feeling alone, physically and/or mentally, with invisible scars that will last a lifetime. The amount of veterans who suffer from PTSD and are without assistance is alarming. For many, a service dog is an answer to being able to return to a productive and independent lifestyle, to have a second chance at life. 4Paws for Patriots is a licensed 501c3 nonprofit organization in California that provides assistance to veterans with disabilities in acquiring a service dog, helping with training, and any readjustment services they may need. Volunteer trainers, which is where I came in. My responsibilities at this site were to take the dogs out for walks every 15 minutes to stretch their legs. I would work with about 4 different dogs each day and take care of them before their training sessions. Occasionally, my supervisor allowed me to take the dogs through the obstacle courses they had set up. One specific thing I had noticed is that this organization relies heavily on volunteer support. We have volunteer trainers who work with each veteran to train their own dog for obedience, directional, socialization, public access, and personalized task training so they can become a strong and solid team. Our training program is very extensive and takes approximately a year to complete for each dog, possibly longer for more advanced task training. The 4Paws for Patriots training program meets or exceeds assistant dogs' international standards. The training that the veteran and their dog complete meets the federal guidelines of disability under the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, the Fair Housing Act of 1988, and the Rehabilitation Act of 1973. Although I worked mostly with the dogs, my responsibilities varied, and I found myself occasionally being able to make connections with the veterans. All right, Dog's Day Out. This is just a couple shots of the veterans walking their dogs in a plaza, a Riverside Plaza. And I really liked these specific shots just because you kind of get a feel for the sense of community that they're trying to make here. All right, I will be discussing my experience in relation to the following concepts: communication strategies, conflict management, teaching principles, leadership principles, OT core values, and social and occupational justice. To begin, we have communication strategies. As I began working at this site, I realized how valuable my communication strategies would come into play. I was intimidated at first because the supervisor seemed strict and highly organized. No matter what, I followed directions precisely and made sure to check in with her whenever I came back from walking the dogs. I remained open and honest when I wasn't sure of what to do or where to go during my volunteering. She seemed to love that I wasn't afraid to ask questions, though, and seek out answers in times of uncertainty, which I recommend for everybody on a site. Conflict management. Although it was not a serious conflict, there was a miscommunication as to which dogs I would be walking for one of the days. This led me to take the wrong dog and worry one of the veterans who had apparently began looking for him. As I returned back to the site, I apologized and explained that I was told by another supervisor to specifically take that dog for a walk with the others. If I had known, I would obviously not have taken him off the premises. Once I had apologized and explained the situation, the veteran was completely understanding and joked about it with me for the rest of the day. I believe that being honest about any situation is what made my conflict management skills more effective. It is best to address any conflict in a calm manner and to analyze the situation thoroughly. Teaching principles. Over the course of the last few weeks, I received many opportunities to experience teachable moments, whether it be me doing the teaching or being taught. For example, I was introduced to the smartest Jack Russell Terrier named Bo. He became my new best friend as I had worked with him almost every week, going for walks and getting to know his personality. As I made the animal-to-owner connection, I discovered that he was a medical alert service dog, trained to detect whether his owner's insulin levels were low or not. Not only that, he was also trained to respond to seizures, which his owner had a past history of due to medication side effects. In regards to teaching principles, I learned that listening is essential to being a good teacher. Also, teaching principles require respect for someone else's teaching methods, as well as the ability to actively listen and retain information. Leadership principles. Throughout the duration at this site, I led myself with professionalism, dedication, and compassion for others. Not only was I punctual, I took initiative whenever an opportunity presented itself and asked around to anyone who may have needed an extra hand. I believe that leaders possess these capabilities, and therefore, my leadership principle was to be an example for others. I will truly cherish what I learned from the veterans at 4 Paws for Patriots and all they taught me about leadership. OT core values. Although there are many OT core values, there were 2 that especially related to my time spent at this organization. The first is altruism, which is the unselfish concern for the welfare of others. This conflict is reflected in actions and attitudes of commitment, caring, dedication, responsiveness, and understanding. Being a vital part of a community of leaders was humbling, to say the least. I was proud to say that I could be even a small part of the wonderful work these individuals do for veterans. They exhibit a loving and nurturing attitude to any and all who walk through their doors. The second OT core value is freedom, which allows the individual to exercise choice and to demonstrate independence, initiative, and self-direction. What I noticed more than anything is the sheer joy that the dogs bring the veterans. Allowing them to regain their independence and progress in their healing process, their freedom was being returned to them as they made connections and loving bonds with their service animal. Social and occupational justice. Having this opportunity to connect with such diverse and unique groups has truly made me realize the importance of social and occupational justice. Justice reflects fairness, equity, and truthfulness. In my time spent working with the veterans, supervisors, and animals, I realized just how valuable this organization is to our community. Occupational justice is the right of every individual to be able to meet basic needs and to have equal opportunities. The veterans I worked with received occupational justice in that their basic needs for love and companionship were being acknowledged by receiving a fully trained service dog. Continued. In regards to social justice, equality is the first word that comes to mind. Our service members deserve the utmost respect and recognition for putting their lives on the line to protect our country and freedom. Social justice is a human right that not everyone is capable of experiencing. The veterans I worked with received social justice from 4 Paws for Patriots in that they were given equal rights and valued as human beings. In conclusion, through this experience, I've gained valuable knowledge on what it means to be an asset to my community and to others. Truthfully, this has been one of the most eye-opening volunteer experiences I've ever engaged in. I learned how to apply the concepts of conflict management, teaching principles, therapeutic use of self, communication strategies, and social and occupational justice while working for this organization. I developed professionally as I focused on my time management and engagement skills. Furthermore, I practiced engaging with others and building connections with everyone I met. Overall, I definitely contributed to the vision and mission that 4 Paws for Patriots upholds. Not only did I do my part to help with the labor, I respected the clients, demonstrated initiative, and positively impacted the lives of veterans, assisting in the health and happiness in their service animal. What an incredible experience, and I am grateful for all that I've learned.